If you're over 60, there's a good chance you're doing something every single morning. Something so ordinary, so automatic, that it's quietly damaging your heart, your brain, and your joints. You don't notice it happening. You don't feel the harm in the moment. But inside your body, the damage is building, silently, relentlessly, day after day, until one morning, you wake up and realize something's changed. Your balance feels off. Your energy is gone before breakfast. Your joints ache in ways they never used to. And here's the thing, this isn't bad luck. It's not just aging. It's a chain reaction triggered by one habit so common, so deeply ingrained, that almost everyone your age does it without thinking. Worse, it's probably a habit you've been told is good for you. A habit you might have trusted for years. But every time you do it, you're putting more strain on your heart, feeding the very inflammation that ages your joints, and setting yourself up for brain fog that creeps in earlier and earlier in the day. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what this habit is, the science behind why it's so dangerous, and the simple, proven fix that could start protecting your body as soon as tomorrow morning. Because the truth is, if you get your mornings wrong, the rest of the day doesn't just suffer, your future health pays the price. So before we go further, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from right now? I want to see how far this message travels. Florida, Texas, the UK, Australia? Let's see who's here. If we haven't met before, I'm Dr. Aidan Szabo. For over 20 years, I've been helping people over 60 stay strong, sharp, and independent, without relying on complicated routines or a cabinet full of pills. I'm not here to scare you or sell you some magic cure. I'm here to give you clear, simple, science-backed steps you can use right away. The same ones I've seen work for thousands of my patients and clients. And if you're new here, welcome. You've just found the place where getting older doesn't mean slowing down. It means getting smarter about how you treat your body. Now, let's break this down. Most people think they're starting the day right. But what I'm about to share will show you how mornings, when done wrong, silently set off a chain reaction of inflammation, stress, and energy crashes that make aging faster and harder than it needs to be. I'm going to give you 4 specific traps and the solutions that stop them. Trap number 1, morning dehydration. You've just spent 6 to 8 hours without a sip of water. Think about that for a second. That's the same as going almost your entire workday. No coffee breaks, no sips from a bottle, not even a glass at lunch. Completely dry. While you were sleeping, your body was anything but idle. You were breathing in and out, exhaling water vapor with every breath. Your skin, even if you didn't sweat, was still losing moisture into the air. And inside, your cells were busy repairing tissues, processing waste, and doing all the microscopic maintenance that keeps you alive. Every one of those processes requires water. By the time morning comes, your blood is thicker than it was when you fell asleep. Your brain cells, which are about 75% water, are slightly shrunken. Your joints have lost a little of the fluid that cushions and lubricates them. And all of that happens silently, without you even noticing. Why this hits harder after 60. When you're younger, your body is more forgiving. If you start the day a little dehydrated, your thirst signal will kick in strong, and you'll feel an urge to fix it. But as you age, that thirst signal gets weaker. You can be significantly dehydrated and feel nothing. That means you could be starting every day already behind. The impact is subtle but real. Your heart has to push thicker blood, which increases strain. Your brain has to work harder to stay alert, which can cause morning fog or memory lapses. Your joints feel stiffer, making those first few steps out of bed a little more uncomfortable than they should be. And here's the kicker. If you combine morning dehydration with other common habits, like skipping breakfast, or loading up on caffeine right away. You magnify the strain. Caffeine is a mild diuretic, meaning it tells your body to lose even more water. So if coffee is the first thing you put into your system, you're pushing yourself deeper into that dehydrated state before your day even begins. The simple fix: before coffee, before tea, before food, drink 1 full glass of water. Room temperature or slightly warm is best, because it's easier on your system and can help stimulate digestion. Want to supercharge this? Add a pinch of mineral-rich sea salt or Himalayan pink salt. That gives your body the electrolytes it needs to actually hold on to the water instead of flushing it straight through. Or squeeze in half a lemon. This not only gives a little vitamin C, but also signals your liver and digestion to start waking up. It takes less than 60 seconds, costs virtually nothing, and the benefits are immediate. Clearer thinking, less morning dizziness, easier movement when you stand. Do this for a week straight, and you'll start to feel the difference. Do it for a month, and you might wonder why you didn't start 10 years ago. But as bad as dehydration is, what comes next is even more damaging. Because it doesn't just make you feel tired, it actively ages your body from the inside out. Trap number 2, the healthy. Breakfast. That's slowly killing you. You've heard it your whole life. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and it should be full of healthy foods: fruit juice, toast, cereal, maybe a granola bar, or a smoothie with bananas, yogurt, and honey. It sounds good. It sounds wholesome. It even sounds like something a doctor or dietitian might approve. But here's the problem. Most of these are pure sugar bombs in disguise. And it doesn't matter if the sugar is natural, organic, or the box has a big heart symbol on it. Your body reacts the same way. Why this hits harder after 60? As we age, our body's insulin sensitivity naturally declines. That means the same piece of toast you could eat at 30 without issue will cause a bigger blood sugar spike. And that spike will last longer, at 60, 70, or beyond. Here's what happens inside your body. You eat that bowl of cereal or drink that glass of orange juice. Your blood sugar shoots up fast. Your pancreas releases a big wave of insulin to bring it back down. The sugar crash makes you feel tired or hungry again, so you reach for more carbs or caffeine. And this cycle repeats. Morning after morning, year after year. Why this is so dangerous? Every spike inflames your blood vessels, making them less flexible. Your heart works harder to push blood through those inflamed pathways. Belly fat becomes easier to store and harder to lose, even if your overall weight doesn't change much. And in your brain, these spikes and crashes can damage neurons, leading to brain fog, poor focus, and memory problems. Over the years, this silent process can push you toward type 2 diabetes, speed up heart disease, and accelerate cognitive decline. The fix: first, skip the juice. Even fresh squeezed is basically fruit sugar without the fiber that slows absorption. Eat whole fruit instead. The fiber helps your body release sugar into your bloodstream at a gentler pace. Second, swap the toast, cereal, or granola for protein and healthy fats. Examples: eggs with spinach and avocado, Greek yogurt with nuts, seeds, and berries, savory oatmeal made with chia seeds, nut butter, and cinnamon instead of sugar, a veggie omelet with olive oil and a sprinkle of feta. These kinds of breakfasts keep your blood sugar steady, give you long-lasting energy, and reduce the inflammation that accelerates aging. Why this works so well with Trapsober 1. When you combine proper hydration from Trapsober 1 with a balanced, low-sugar breakfast, you've already removed two of the biggest morning stressors your body faces. Your heart, brain, and metabolism start the day on solid ground, instead of in a roller coaster of dehydration and sugar surges. But the next silent killer doesn't start in your bloodstream. It starts in your joints. And if you ignore it, you could be shaving years off your mobility without even knowing it. Trap number 3. Ignoring morning. Joint stiffness. You swing your legs out of bed, take those first few steps toward the bathroom, and there it is. That stiff, creaky feeling in your knees, hips, or lower back. Maybe you wince. Maybe you sigh. Maybe you just tell yourself, well, that's just getting older. But here's the truth. It's not just age. That stiffness is your body's way of sending you a clear message. I'm inflamed, I'm dry, and I'm not ready to take on weight just yet. Here's what's really going on. When you sleep, your circulation slows down. Your muscles and joints aren't being moved, so your synovial fluid, the thick gel-like liquid that cushions your joints, settles. It's like leaving a jar of honey in the fridge overnight. By morning, it's thicker and slower to move. Combine that with any existing inflammation from arthritis, old injuries, or even yesterday's activities, and your joints feel like they've rusted a little overnight. Why this matters so much after 60. Your cartilage, the smooth material covering the ends of your bones, naturally thins with age. This means there's less of a buffer between your bones when you move. If you start walking or bending on stiff, unlubricated joints, you're increasing friction. That friction causes microdamage, which speeds up cartilage loss and inflammation. Over time, this creates a vicious cycle. More stiffness, more damage, more stiffness. And when your joints are tight and unsteady, your risk of falls goes up. And we both know a single bad fall at this age can change your life. The fix. Before you even stand up, give your joints a gentle wake-up call. Spend just 2 or 3 minutes doing small, easy movements right in bed. Ankle circles to get blood moving in your legs. Knee lifts to activate your hip flexors and lubricate your knees. Arm stretches overhead or out to the sides to open up your shoulders and spine. Gentle spinal twists while lying on your back to loosen your back muscles and vertebrae. These simple moves warm up your synovial fluid, get oxygen-rich blood flowing to your muscles, and signal your nervous system that it's time to move. Do this daily, and you'll notice more than just less stiffness. You'll have better balance, a smoother walking stride, and fewer moments of feeling locked up after sitting. Think of it as putting oil in a machine before you turn it on. Without oil, the parts grind and wear out. With oil, everything moves smoothly and lasts longer. This 2-minute ritual can protect your mobility for years. And when paired with hydration and a balanced breakfast, you're stacking powerful compounding benefits before you've even left your bedroom. But there's one last morning trap, and it's the most underestimated of all. It has nothing to do with food or movement, and everything to do with your mind. Trap. Number 4. Morning stress spikes. Every morning, your body does something remarkable. It gives you a built-in wake-up call. Your adrenal glands release a burst of cortisol, known as the cortisol awakening response. This gentle rise in stress hormone is perfectly normal. It's your body's way of saying, time to get up, let's get moving. But here's where things can go wrong. Very wrong. If the first thing you do after opening your eyes is grab your phone, if you scroll through the news, check your email, or read something upsetting on social media, if you immediately launch into an argument, a to-do list, or thoughts about bills and problems, you take that natural, healthy rise in cortisol and you spike it, not by a little, by a lot. Why this is dangerous: chronic high morning cortisol is like starting your car and flooring the gas pedal before the engine has warmed up. That sudden jolt sends your blood pressure higher than it needs to be. It tells your body to store more belly fat, even if you're eating well. It slows down digestion, meaning your breakfast nutrients aren't absorbed as efficiently. And it suppresses your immune system, making it harder to fight off illness. The most dangerous part: You might not feel stressed in the moment. You might think you're just checking in or getting ahead, but your body is already shifting into fight or flight mode before you've even had a sip of water. Over time, this constant morning stress surge can add years to your biological age, the true measure of how your cells are aging. The fix: you don't need to ignore your phone forever. You don't need to live in a bubble. What you do need is a 20-minute buffer between waking up and letting the outside world in. During that buffer, give your mind and body a gentle start. Step outside and breathe in fresh air. Listen to calming music or nature sounds. Pray, meditate, or practice gratitude for just a few minutes. Take slow, deep breaths, filling your lungs completely and exhaling fully. This isn't about pretending problems don't exist. It's about giving your body a chance to fully wake up and stabilize before you ask it to handle stress. When you do this, you'll notice something surprising. Problems feel easier to handle. Your thinking is clearer, your mood is more even, and your energy lasts longer into the day. Because the truth is, mornings set the tone for everything that follows. Start them in balance, and you carry that stability with you. Start them in chaos, and you spend the rest of the day trying to recover. The morning shield. This is where it all comes together. 4 simple steps. Hydrating first thing in the morning. Eating a balanced, low-sugar breakfast. Waking up your joints before they carry your weight. And starting your day in calm instead of chaos. Individually, each one helps. But when you put them together, they create something I call the morning shield. And once you have it, you don't want to go a day without it. Here's what that shield does for you. It protects your heart. Hydration keeps your blood from turning into slow-moving syrup. A balanced breakfast keeps your blood vessels from swelling with inflammation. And avoiding that instant stress spike keeps your heart from starting the day in overdrive. It protects your brain. No more sugar crashes at 10 a.m. No more thinking, wait, what was I just doing? Halfway through a task. Stable blood sugar and calmer cortisol mean your neurons can focus on remembering your grocery list, not just surviving the chaos. It protects your joints. Those gentle movements in the morning are like adding oil to a squeaky door hinge, except in this case, the door is the thing that gets you to the bathroom, the kitchen, and out into the world without pain. And maybe the most important thing of all, it protects your independence. Because let's be honest, you're not just protecting your health for your own sake. You're doing it so you can keep doing the things that make you you. That might mean gardening, traveling, playing with grandkids, or yes, even dancing in the kitchen while you make breakfast. Do this every morning and you're stacking the odds in your favor for years of energy, mobility, and sharp thinking. Skip it, and well, you're giving Father Time an open invitation to come sit at your breakfast table. And trust me, he's a terrible guest. Eats all your toast and never leaves. So tomorrow morning, before coffee, before the news, before anything else, ask yourself, am I building my shield or breaking it? Because every morning you're making a choice, whether you realize it or not. A choice to accelerate aging or slow it down. A choice to coast toward decline or fight for the life you want. Now, if you want more of these strategies, ones that are simple, natural, and backed by real research, here's what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell so you actually see the next one. And share this video with someone you care about. Because let's be real, nobody gets mad when you send them something that could keep them alive and well. And in the next video, we're talking about a healthy food that almost every senior eats daily, and how it's quietly fueling inflammation all over your body. You don't want to miss it, because fixing this could change the way you eat for the rest of your life. So click subscribe, stay tuned, and let's keep you strong, sharp, and laughing at Father Time instead of inviting him in for breakfast.